See, so my company's decided to replace the database for web development with the JCR. And what I'd like you to show me now is I'd like you to show me sort of how to optimize the Java content repository for the best performance so I can store that data without having to do too many searches.
Hi, good. Thanks. So that's actually a good question. I believe a lot of developers that is migrating to or doing JCR development actually have. So one of the things that we always fall into a pitfall or pithole when we actually do such thing is because developers a lot of time are actually very familiar with database development, and database, as you know, is a lot of structures and they are flat in nature. So in JCR it's really very different. So of course in databases they also use a lot of searches because that's the only way that you actually find data. So one of the pitfalls that a lot of people that actually do or try to use the JCR instead of database is they try to organize data as like they are actually organized data in databases. So for example, if you actually store data in repository, so in the Java content repository itself, we know that it's actually based on nodes and stuff. So a lot of time what they actually do is they will have like nodes, like say a data node, and then what they do is in this data node they will actually store all their data into a flat singular hierarchy, that is say 1, 2, 3 or whatever, right? Into a flat structure. So the other thing that they do next is, of course, in this thing they may need to actually retrieve data, right? So for example, if it's actually a furniture data that they actually store, so what they actually do is they will store everything down here, okay? And probably they will have some properties that say this is a chair, right? This is table, and then they have a lot of other things. Maybe this is a light and stuff. So when in this structure itself, how they try to say, okay, I want to show all chairs, right? I want to have a component that shows all the chairs that is actually in this structure. So what they do is they actually do a JCR search to search in this branch for chair or properties with chairs. So the problem with this is JCR is good for, so JCR is good for doing what we call iteration. It's more effective to do iteration like from the top to the bottom than to do JCR search. So when you actually do this, you're actually facing a couple of problems. One is you are actually storing it in a flat structure, which is not optimized for display. The other one is you're actually doing a JCR search, which is not the most effective way of doing things. So if I'm to do this or store this data in JCR, how should I go about doing it? Is the first design criteria that I actually do is to think of how data should be stored or presented, rather than how they should actually stored in the structure itself. So if you actually look at this, so if I actually have a listing of the furniture mall, for example, so how do I normally show it on my website or present it to the data? So all the time what I actually do is I will actually categorize them. So like for example, I will probably have a category called furniture. So under furniture, I will have different things like bed, right? Bed, okay. I will have chairs, I have tables. So under this bed, I will have like king size bed, queen size bed, single bed and stuff. Same for chair, right? So if you actually look at this is actually a normal way that we will categorize things, which is how we humans actually do things. And then under this king size bed, probably we have different kind of a brand, right? So if you actually look at this is actually how we visualize the data itself. And if you actually look at this visualization, you immediately find that it's really very similar to how a Java content repository should store data, right? So if you actually look at this, what I can do is I can directly convert this into the JSON data structure itself. So instead of storing everything in a flat structure, I actually store it in this hierarchical manner. So what is the benefit of doing this? The benefit of doing this is if I store in this way, so if I want to say, for example, shows what is the category of furniture, all I need to do is to come to this place and I just iterate through. And when I iterate through, I just actually display all the data that's in this node itself, which is bed, chairs, tables, right? No search required. It's just pure iteration. So when the user say, okay, I have this thing, I want to show what are type of bits. So when they actually like go into the base itself, they iterate through. So when we actually structure the data in the most natural manner, all we need to do in the JCR API is just pure iteration, and that is actually very fast and very effective, efficient. And of course, if you actually store it in this manner, it is also easy for your content author to manage them. So the next time they want to like create a new chart, so how do they actually do it? Is they just come to the chart branch and then just add a new page, new chart, and that's about it. So it really simplifies the entire management of not just from the developer perspective, you also simplify the management and visualization of the data from the content author perspective. Thank you.